Have you guys noticed that there has been a trend, particularly, I've been noticing it more recently, but this has been something that I've seen many times. I've seen discourse about this, especially over the past like year or two, where I have seen a bunch of millennial women, older Gen Z women who are shaming like younger Gen Z women for the word that they keep using is puritans. Like they're basically shaming women. Now, granted, we're on YouTube here, so I'm going to have to try my very best not to make YouTube mad. But I also don't want to say things like corn and like, like fucking, wait, I can't even say that either. See, I talked about this in my last video. I can't help it. The words just come out. So I'm going to try my best to talk about this in a way where I don't get age restricted, but like they're basically saying that the way that younger Gen Z women, like you're talking 18, 19 years old, that they're saying that the way these younger Gen Z women are talking about sex and like menstrual reproductive health, that they are just puritans, that they are being too conservative about it. Now, mind you, I have on Twitter, I have an astrology account with 9,000 followers. So for number one, I'm not on Twitter because I want to be. I have Stockholm syndrome and I already have a platform there. So that's why I am still there. I would consider myself to be more of an observer at this point because half of the people that ever interact with your posts at any given time are most likely bots. So I just like to look. I just like to observe, right? And I have seen like some younger Gen Z women, 18, 19, talking about like how invasive like a pap smear is and just like how birth control is not great. And mind you, I am not like on Republican Twitter, Republican Trump side of the internet. So I don't know what like Pam Bondi's cousin's daughter is saying about birth control. Like, I don't know. I only know what I see. But what I'm seeing is these young girls talking about the invasiveness of a procedure like a pap smear, or talking about how birth control just sucks because it does. Like, nope. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you go, oh, but no. I am so happy for you that birth control works for you. I am so happy for you. I would give anything for birth control to work for me, but it does not. And I'm 26. I've tried birth control. I've tried many types of birth control. I was on the pill all through my teenage years. I had Nexplanon put in my arm when I was 22, and I tried birth control pills again when I was 24. So, like, trust me. I have tried it. I've been around the block. Birth control fucking sucks. That shit sucks. I mean, oh my God. Like, so when I was a teenager, like I was like severely depressed. I was severely overweight. And listen, my mom was not doing anything to try to figure out why I was that way. She was just kind of like, why are you fat? Like that was, why are you emotional and fat? Do you have BPD? She always threw the BPD allegations at me. I do not have BPD. I don't. Guys, I don't, please. No, I don't have BPD, but I have to imagine that it was most likely the birth control that was doing that. It was probably making me crazy. Like, I was probably really hormonal. I have a feeling that I probably have like excess estrogen, most likely, and I believe that I most likely have some type of endometriosis. I'm not diagnosed, but a girl knows her body. And yeah, like the pill did not work for me. It sucked. Like I didn't die on it. Sure. Like I survived. I lived to tell the tale, don't I? Does that mean that like I can't talk shit about birth control? No. When I was 22, I saw Vanessa Hudgens on my Hulu commercial ads being like, hey guys, this is Nexplanon. I'm putting it in my arm. It's so easy. Whatever. Hi, smiles. I'm Vanessa Hudgens. And I'm like, me, autistic, unaware of it, just like, oh, well, Vanessa Hudgens is smiling and saying that Nexplanon works for her, so it must work for me too, because she's smiling and seems like she's happy, right? Girl, come on. I went to my gyno, no longer my gyno at the time, and I'm like, Vanessa Hudgens looks really happy and I want to be that happy, so can you please put this in my arm? And she's like, sure. Doesn't tell me anything about it. I don't know if she expected that I did my research ahead of time or something like that. It's kind of crazy. Like, but she literally was just like, sure. Didn't even tell me a single side effect. Didn't tell me, hey, by the way, it might do this. Hey, by the way, like, no. She literally was just like, yeah, sure, cool. Next week, let's do it. So yeah, like I go in, she puts the next one on my arm. First couple of days are fine. And after the first couple of days, I was ready to kill someone. Like, okay, I was dating this guy at the time, and I started to become pretty emotional, as one does on birth control, and he offered to make me a sandwich, right? I'm at his house. He offers to make me a sandwich. I'm like, yes, I want a sandwich. And I tell him exactly, specifically how I want the sandwich made, the ingredients, the toasting level. I'm specific about what I want from the sandwich. So he's like, yeah, I got you. So he goes into the kitchen, he goes and makes it, and I ended up falling asleep. And I wake up probably like an hour later, and he's just like, hey, like, you fell asleep. I just so you know, I ate your sandwich, but I'll make you another one. I lost my mind. I got so mad at him. I was like, why the fuck would you eat my sandwich? The sandwich that I literally told you exactly how I wanted it. I made it specifically for me, and you're gonna go behind my back and eat my sandwich. Wow. Oh, I was so pissed. And of course, he's just like, what do I do? Yeah. I also started profusely bleeding. Like, I literally bled for like 3 weeks straight. Nonstop. I was not doing that before. I used to do that when I was a teenager, when I was also on birth control. But I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it before I put the next one on in. And then I put the next one on in, and I'm yelling at my boyfriend over a sandwich. Ex-boyfriend. Whoa. My boyfriend at the time, I'm yelling at him over a sandwich, and I'm bleeding for 3 weeks straight. I had to pay $300, I think, to get it removed from my arm 3 weeks later, because I was going to die. I was going to, you know what I mean? Like, it was bad. It was bad. And then, like, 2024, I'm 24 years old, and I am already, like, hormonal. I'm a hormonal person. I just am. And I'm just like, you know, there has to be something I can do about this. Like, there has to be a way. I bleed a lot on my periods. I'm very, like, it's just a lot to handle. So I'm like, there has to be a way for me to deal with this. So I tried, again, birth control, the pill. I lasted less than a month. Yeah, again, I lasted less than a month. I looked like, the bloating was so bad, I looked like I gained 10 pounds in like a week. I was so angry and sad. I had to get off, and I was better as soon as I got off of it. So, this is a lived experience that you just heard, right? And that's just one. That is just one. And a lot of you ladies are very lucky to be able to take birth control, but not everybody is the same. I'll never be able to take birth control. Like, I really, like, the most I'd really be able to do is get, like, a non-hormonal IUD, and that scares me really, really badly. So I don't want to do that. I've also never had a pap smear before. Fun fact. I don't even care. Like, y'all are going to be like, oh my God, I don't give a fuck. Haha, I don't care. No, I haven't. Like, that does sound scary, personally. Now, does everything that I say, when I say, you know, birth control is kind of shitty and they could probably make better birth control, or I don't want to do a pap smear, it does seem invasive and scary. Like, does that mean that I voted for Trump? Does that mean that, like, I am against sex? Or if I'm like, I don't want to just, like, go out every night, get drunk at parties, and, like, do half the fucking football team, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be 14 and get hit on by my older brother's friend who's in college, and, you know, he, like, tells every single one of his friends that he had sex with me. Like, why are we getting mad at women, at young girls, really? Why are we getting mad at young girls for not wanting to have sex, or commenting on birth control, pap smears, whatever? Like, do you only get a say over vaginas when you're like past the age of what? When you're over when you're 21, drinking age? Would that be better for you? How about 25? Then you can rent a car. Would that be better for you? Like, what exactly is the criteria that we're looking for here that would make it better for you to stop judging and making fun and poking at young women who you're going, haha, you don't want to get manipulated by guys. Haha, you don't want to have your body taken advantage of like I did. It's a rite of passage. Like, just do it. No. It is not fair. I don't care that you had like your status when you were in college. I don't care that you are promiscuous. I don't care that you want to be sexually free and go do whatever you want and let your freak flag fly. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Do whatever you want. Why do you care? Why do you care that these like freshly 18, 19-year-olds are commenting on what is literally like trauma from a generation that is a little bit older than them? Women who were taken advantage of and manipulated. A whole generation of kids that were on Omegle taking their shirts off for old men. Come on, let's think. Let's use our brains. Come on. Like, let's really add some context to these conversations. Maybe you're insecure. Maybe you feel shitty. Maybe you don't like how younger women talking about sex makes you feel about your sex life. Maybe. But at the end of the day, sitting here and ridiculing these women, these young girls who you could be breaking the cycle. You're just literally acting like your fucking mamas and your aunties. I said it. You are just repeating the same fucking bullshit. You guys became sexually promiscuous because of your Gen X boomer parents who were like, no, you can't go outside. No, you can't do anything. No, you can't do this. And you decided rebelling was how you would oppose that. And that's fine. That's fine. But guess what? These are now young Gen Z people who are growing up with the older generation of older Gen Z and millennials who are very sexually promiscuous, who are very like, I don't care. I'm going to move to fucking Oregon and live with a fucking polycule, 8 people down. I don't even know which boyfriend I have this week. I don't know. Let me check the calendar. Why are you mad about that? Why are you upset about this? Why are you like, dude, no. Sorry, I'm grabbing my computer because I'm taking time. But you cannot sit here be like, oh my God, like Nicki Minaj, auntie, oh my God, girl, wake up. And you're talking to young women, calling them puritans, because they're like, I saw how my older sister was taken advantage of. I saw how my mother, my older friends, whatever, I saw how they lived their lives, and they were taken advantage of by men. They were unhappy. They were insecure. Whatever. Like, and they're like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to live through that. I'm going to value my body. I'm going to value myself and not put myself and my well-being at risk for validation, for male validation, for sexual validation, right? Why are we mad about this? Why is this even a conversation? Like, I'm really watching these people on Twitter and online just like talk about this like it is so wrong that younger Gen Z people are not just sucking and fucking. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can post this. I have to go to work, but y'all gotta chill, for real.